to March. I nearly said February. February has gone so fast. I can't believe we are now looking at March. And let me show you what we are looking at this month. It's a lovely green kind of vine, delicate vine spread. And if you know me, you know how much I absolutely love green. It's my favorite color. So I am loving the detail of, it's so simple to do as well. You're gonna love how quick this one is. So let's have a look at the template. We've got your cover page. As usual, I've given you a designed cover and a plain, so you might want to cut that out and use that in your journal theme. I thought it might be a nice idea to print it out on sticker paper maybe, and then you can cut the date out. You don't have to worry about it being all neat and tidy. We've got the week to view, so that's your weekly view plan, and then we've got your dailies. I'm just getting them in order. I wasn't very prepped today. So Monday, Tuesday, as usual, just a little nod, a little bit of mindful colouring per day. Friday, Saturday, and then we have Sunday, along with your mood, your habit tracker, and your mood tracker is just a basic giant vine, and we're going to colour in each leaf as we go per day. Some extra titles if you wanted to use those for your own spreads. So let's have a little look at what we need to do. My trusty sketchbooks. This is where I do all of our detail bits for our videos. My spare journal. I'm going to zoom in. Now I've got a few different greens. Again, I'll link all of these. I've actually only used 2 for my spread, but you might want a few different options. I'm gonna go with these 2. Again, I'll put the references down in the comments. And I'm gonna use just the thin felt tip edge. And I'll zoom in a bit closer because I'm just gonna do a squiggly line. And I'm really lightly pressing. You could do this with a fine paintbrush if you wanted to go a bit finer, or if you've got any coloured gel pens, you might want to do that as well. But that's literally all I'm doing, is doing some squiggly lines, very light with the edge, not a lot of pressure. That's it. Then I'm going to go in with the brush tip, and I'm just going to go circle, 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 and I'm going to just keep doing that. I won't do too much actually, because this is pretty much the whole spread. I just want to show you how simple it is. And then with my second colour, I can do some darker coloured little leaves. It's almost like a string of hearts was the kind of vibe I was going for. And if you wanted, you could make some a little bit darker, dot some little ones around, and then I'm going to use again the thinner edge to just give this a little bit more detail. So you might just want a little bit of stem and bright little vine details going out to those extra little dots that we've added on. So some are going to be on the main line, and then some are just going to be little offshoots, and that is all we're doing, I promise you. So let's run through it in a really basic form. Squiggle line, circle. You can do them off the line or on the line. Bit of a mix of all of the above, I think, works nicely. Slightly darker colour, again, not necessary, but it does just add a little bit of depth and shading in. And then join these extra ones to your main stem line, just like that. that's what we're doing. So should we look at the template and get this set up? So let's start with a fresh page. And as always with the templates, you can kind of freestyle it based on the little tutorial that we've just gone through. You can do your own version, or you can use the template and trace through. I would say it's not necessary to do all the little dots, but you might want to just trace through those lines just to get the detail in. So I've just done a really faint line. I don't know if it's going to zoom in for you. Just there we go. You can see very faint where I'm going to draw in. So I'm going to keep this just in my eyesight, so I've got an idea of where I want to go with it. And taking my first green pen, I'm just going to do my light, delicate lines. So I like it when they're a little bit shaky, a little bit squiggly, because if you've ever had the vine of hearts, it's such a delicate vine that it almost is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. There we go. Maybe put a little bit more coming around here and coming off. Okay, so that's kind of the top end. Obviously March, my title's going to go in there, and I want the vines to come and kind of be filling out the bottom end of the page as well, just kind of almost creeping up on it, and maybe a little bit more creeping in this corner as well. Okay, I'm kind of happy with the balance I've got going on there. So now I'm going to go in with my dots. And I mean, again, so straightforward today, and it's so simplistic, but it looks so pretty when you've kind of finished and you've got all the added details in. So I'm going to put my lighter green on first. And again, like I said, you could do this with watercolor and paintbrush. Use a fine paintbrush, and it would be really pretty with watercolor as well. But I'm just going to go in today with the pen. Also with these Tombow pens, you can add water, so you could work into it a bit further, but just want it to be quite a straightforward one. This month has been so crazy busy. I've picked up some extra shifts at work, and quite frankly, I feel absolutely shattered. I did a really hard shift. We did a late shift last night, and I did a really early shift this morning at work. So I've come home and I've thought, right, not only, you know, I want to get this journaling out to you guys, but also I feel like I just need to calm down. And there's nothing like just a little bit of creative flow to just chill your mind out. And that's why I love journaling, because you don't have to be an artist to get creative here. We can do our own thing. We can make it as detailed or as basic as we want. It's our journal, you know, and no one's going to see it. Obviously you guys see my drawings, but you know, I don't mind sharing what's in my journal to our journal club members, but nobody sees my journal. Nobody opens it and marks it or gives their opinion on it. It's mine and it's for me. And that's what I love about journaling. So I hope you guys love doing it too, and love the little bit of creative outlet that it's giving you. I love to see you tag me in your stuff. It's just, and I love sometimes like you do like different colorways and it works so well. I get a bit jealous. I think, gosh, I should have done that. You've got some really great ideas, and I love to see your takes on it. So please do tag me in any of them, either on Instagram or if you want to comment on Pinterest. That's lovely. I always love to see your comments. try and get back to as many as I can, but as I say, I'm working shifts at the moment, so sometimes, you know, you see a message and you forget to reply straight away, and then a few days later you're like, gosh. That's also part and parcel, I think, of being a parent. Kids will take priority. Also the dog, that's my next thing on my to-do list today, is to walk the dog, which again is something that I love doing, going out, and I could really do with some fresh air. Okay, you can see how just doing these dots, look how pretty that is becoming, and that's just one colour. We haven't even added in the detail yet. So let's zoom in. I'm just going to chit chat to you guys. Normally I would speed this up, but it's such a quick spread this month that I think I'll just chit chat to you as we go. Bit of a, you know, these Instagrammers like to do a get ready with me. It's not quite get ready with me, but yeah, let's have a little update on how life is. So last weekend in Feb, it went so fast, and March, I feel March is just gonna come up, and I don't know, maybe just me, but time is flying. I know, I feel like I say it all the time. I'd love to know if you feel the same, if you feel like time is this kind of strange vortex that seems to elude you. Never enough hours in a day over here, but part and parcel of, you know, a busy schedule, I think. I'd love to know what you think. Are you finding the days go by fast, or are you finding it drags? I don't know whether it's something to do with getting a bit older. I swear the days used to drag. It was just waiting for the weekend, living for the weekend in my 20s, and I swear those weeks used to go so slow when you were just desperate for Friday to happen. Now I work every other weekend, so I work Saturday, Sundays, and it's not really the same, you know, the weekend on, and it's, to be honest, since having kids, the weekends aren't really a break. So life's just different. So I'd be interested to see if we've got any younger followers, if you think that time is flying by just as fast as I think, or is it taking its time for you? Is Friday just coming around a little bit too slow for you? Let me know in the comments. But here we go, we're just putting these last little details in. So I'm going to zoom out and I'll show you how pretty this is looking. See, haven't even got our second colour in there. That's just one colour. And you could stop there. You could stop there. You don't have to put the extra colour detail in. You could do all one colour. I'm going to add in my March, just so I can kind of see where I want to fill out. It's a little bit off centre today. Oops, I should have moved that over a little bit more to the right. But this is hand freestyling journaling. Let's go in with our darker colour. I just want to make sure that I've got, oh, right, yeah, okay. Again, I will put, this one is obviously a green that I use a lot because the colours on it, the colour number has 100% rubbed off. If only they stayed on a bit more, I'd be able to tell you. But I've got a fabulous little guide of all the Tombow colours. I think it's one of my goals in life to actually own all of the Tombow colours, because that whole range is amazing. Can you imagine just having every single colour? And the choice, amazing. So on some of these, shall I zoom in a bit closer for you? So on some of these, I'm kind of going over and almost doing like an overlapping. That's where your watercolours could work lovely if you're doing watercolour. And some of them I'm just putting an extra dot in there. So we're just freestyling really. You can see it coming together there. You really do get the impact on this one when you kind of step away. it does look so pretty. I mean, am I biased? Does everybody not just love green? I know, okay. Am I biased? 100% I'm biased. Green is definitely my favorite color. But I just don't know how you can't love green. This, like I say, it reminds me of the string of hearts, but I've got I think it's a pepperonia? Is that how you say it? Sorry to any plant buffs, but I do have a few of these vine type greenery plants, hanging plants in the house, and they are just lovely. My kitchen, I've got lovely macrame hangers with some beautiful greenery bits. You getting these bits? Yeah, there we go. Look, oh God, looks amazing. Looks amazing on camera. Right, so now I'm happy with how I've got the greenery hanging out there. I might just use the fine tip of this darker shade, let's zoom back in, just to join some of these looser, odd, straggling kind of little leaves. So just putting a little bit of detail on top of, I mean, it doesn't need it, you can just leave these free floating if you wish. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you do look at these plants close up, the leaves have got the tiniest little vines, little branches offshooting. There's like little delicate little vines, and we're just going to add in a bit of detail. You can just see how simple this one is. Let's just go really delicate towards the end, those tips. Filling in little bits of detail, adding it in. Okay, I'm happy that all of these bottom ones have got little stems on. Going back up to the top bit here, and you can see just where these dots are flying in air. I'm just going to join them with a very delicate little stem. Squiggly squiggles. I'm filling in all the extra bits. And then we're done. And then all we've got to do is the date and the monthly calendar, which I'm sure if you've been following along with our videos, you'll know that I use the date stamp, which is back in stock. So you'll be able to purchase that on our website. If you are a Patreon member, then on our higher tiers, you do have a 10% discount code. So don't forget about that. It's used, you can use that on anything in the shop. And also, I will say, you can actually use a double discount. So if we've got any discount running, your bullet journal code will work alongside any current promotions that are running. So it's well worth, if this is something that you're regularly committing to, it's well worth joining our journal club and getting those discount codes as part of your membership. It's a little thank you for me for following along and supporting us, and helps me keep accountable. You help me keep on track with my journaling as well, so it's nice to offer you guys a little thank you. So we're really filling in all of these extra details, and I'm pretty much finished. So let's zoom out and see the big picture. There we go. That is it. I'm going to add in my monthly stamp. So we are currently, if you're on Patreon, you are working on this current year, which is March 2024. If you're on YouTube, you're a year behind our Patreon group, so you'll be seeing this 2025. So for 2024, March is starting on a Friday, and we've got 31 days. There we go. I'm so happy with how it's come out. I think it's so pretty. I hope you love it too, and I hope you found this an easy way of getting some creativity in your journal this month. I'd love to see what you get up to. Tag me, and I'll look forward to seeing you next month. Take care, everyone.